You may not know this, but the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Universal Studios, Hollywood is kind of sort of open in previews. This is kind of a secret right now. Secret's out unless you follow hashtag PotterWatch on Twitter. The new area that we've all been waiting for is kind of in soft open. So if you're in Southern California, you might want to check up on that hashtag to make sure that it's secretly open that day and check it out, which is what I did yesterday, and I am not regretful that I did it at all. It was so fun. The lines were so short. Highly recommended you do it. But I think I'm ready to review the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Hollywood. And with that, I have the person you've been seeing on the side a lot in the wide shots. That's Andrew. Andrew is the producer for the show and also a member of the League of Steam. If you would like to check out that web series, it's pretty good. So you've also been.
Yes, I went last week and I had a great time. I think we should talk about kind of what some of the main features are. So like
yes,
the big
so we
attraction.
have Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey, which is situated inside Hogwarts Castle, which, by the way, looks gorgeous. Forced perspective, of course, but it's beautiful. And it was a really clear day, and we got to see that. But right now, the line for that is 5 minutes long. You will never see that again. But I went back, actually, so that I could look at the queue itself.
That was actually one of my
cool
disappointments about going during the soft opening, was that the line was so short that you got kind of rushed through the whole castle, and you didn't get a chance to really like stop and savor all of the little details that they put in there.
Which you would be forced to do if the line were in full operation. There is one room with talking paintings with the founders of each house. So we have Helga Hufflepuff, Rowena Ravenclaw, Salazar Slytherin, Godric Gryffindor, all talking to each other.
I have to say, the paintings looked incredible. You could not tell, until they started moving, you couldn't tell which ones were video screens and which ones were actual paintings.
They looked like matte paintings.
Like, it was incredible.
So they're arguing, basically, like, Salazar's unhappy that there are muggles in the castle. It's probably Dumbledore's doing, and going back and forth. And the artwork is just wonderful in the line. It looks really good. Dumbledore appears in his office. If you look off to the right, you can see a book come out, slide itself up to the top, and go back in the shelf.
Wow, I totally missed that.
I sat there for a few revolutions of that
Nice.
to watch. And I'm not really sure when these videos were taken, though they are the same as Orlando, right?
Yeah, because there was a video in the Gryffindor common room where you see Harry, Ron, and Hermione.
They're young.
And they're definitely on the younger side.
Yeah, but it's the same video as Orlando. So when you get to the ride, I hear it's pretty much the same as Orlando, except for the 3D goggles and a few effects that are practical instead of 3D screens. And it is scary. And we did this story before about
aside from the slightly like nausea-inducing feeling that you get from it, I was really surprised by how scary this ride was, because there's giant spiders, there's a ton of Dementors.
They get up in your face, they blow cold air on you. They're like practical effects.
Yeah.
Dementors.
The Whomping Willow, dragons, like it's all real intense stuff.
It gets really disorienting because you're on this claw that's picking you up and lifting you around, and you think you're moving in one direction, but the screen is making you think something else is going on. I can see why people threw up after this, because my friends came by later and asked, hey, do you want to go on again? And I said, no. And then I was feeling the effects 15 minutes later. Like, I feel dizzy, I need to sit down. I'm glad I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you are prone to dizzy spells, you might throw up or nausea in general.
Just go on the ride before you have your butterbeer.
Speaking of food, butterbeer. I think it's way too sweet. I haven't tried the pumpkin juice or the gilly water, but I did appreciate the attention to detail there.
A lot of people like the butterbeer. It was too sweet for me, but
Grant
I see the appeal. I understand the appeal.
I went with Grant Imahara. He had 2. He drank 2 of those things. It's like
can't do it.
It's a belly bomb. It's too sweet. I only had a few sips. It was too much. But the food was really good at the 3 Broomsticks. There's a full menu of like Sunday beef roast, shepherd's pie,
bangers and mash.
Bangers and mash.
Your traditional British pub fare.
Yeah, but there's salad and fresh corn on the cob in there too, so it's a little different. I thought it was delicious. There's also a bar area, the Hog's Head.
Yeah.
And there's a hog head that just like it comes to life every now and then and grunts at you. There's the specialty beers of there's Hog's Head Brew, Wizard's Brew, Dragon Scale. I don't like beer, but I did like the cocktails. So I didn't know you could walk around with alcohol in hand, but we did that. I had some whiskey at Hogwarts Castle. It was great and was totally legit.
Nice.
Flight of the Hippogriff it's more like in Hagrid's area, so that's where you would find his hut, his motorcycle, evidence of magical creatures under his care breaking loose, probably Fang.
Giant pumpkins.
Large pumpkins, just random stuff cluttered around in the ceiling rafters. It's very short.
Yes.
I was in and out in under 5 minutes.
So it reminded me of the Gadgets Go coaster at Disneyland in Toontown.
I think it's better than that.
It was, yeah, but like similar scale and similar like.
It's a family
like,
outdoor coaster.
If I waited more than 20 minutes for this, I would be a little disappointed.
Yeah, it's. I think the ride is no hyperbole, 20 to 30 seconds long.
Yeah.
It's very short. This is more, I would say, for children. If it's too scary in the Forbidden Journey or you're too prone to motion sickness. But there's lots of other wonderful things going on that aren't attractions or food, including the Ollivander's Wand ceremony. Usually if there's a child in your group, you will not get picked to do this, and which was the case for me. But
I think that whole thing is brilliant because it is a retail experience, but they make it into a show where
they're guaranteed to sell one wand per show.
Where you're pairing the wand with the wizard, and magical stuff happens, and then they usher you out into the gift shop where you can purchase your own magic wand. Their retail magic worked on me.
Yeah, I have one too. I just didn't bring it.
So the cool thing about these wands is they're actually pretty nicely designed. But what you can do is you can take the wand out into Hogsmeade, and you wander around Hogsmeade, and they provide you a very nice map as well of all the locations you can use it in, and you can go up to the store windows in the village and cast magic spells by using whatever specific motion they indicate.
Usually
and then
there's
something happens in the store window. Something comes to life or animates or a sound effect happens.
Yep. So like the herbology window, there's like a plant that blooms.
A flower that grows, yeah.
In the Honeydukes window, it's a chocolate frog box, and it opens to reveal a chocolate frog, and it's ribbiting and dancing and stuff. So it's really
I just have to say it's incredible that when I went, it was mostly like full-grown adults wandering around a theme park, carrying magic wands and waving them at windows.
I don't think that's crazy.
I think it's interesting, though, because Harry Potter is a young adult story.
Yeah.
However, we're the ones
The readers
who were
are
young adults at the
now.
time, and now we're of age to go and like buy alcohol and wander and
I'm of age
stupidly
to buy
expensive
a $50
wands
wand.
and wander around a theme park using them.
Yep, definitely. I had a lot of fun with that. And I heard that they're going to be adding more of those displays later on. So if you're into that kind of thing, I would say go ahead and do it. It's probably a good investment for you. It sounds silly for me to say, this wand is a good investment. It's a good investment in fun and magic.
So what I want to know from you, I think we both agree that we had a great time, and if you have a chance to go see it, you
must
absolutely
go. It'll
should go.
never be this easy to go again.
But what I want to know is where do you think they're going to go next? Because clearly this is going to make a lot of money, and they're going to have to expand it in some way.
It makes the most sense that they would do Diagon Alley, which is what happened in Orlando. But I think you clearly have something on your mind, so go ahead.
I do, because I think that we should get something that Orlando doesn't have. I don't want our Hollywood Wizarding World to just always be copying.
Well, that's why our
what
Honeydukes
Orlando
is so
was.
not Honeydukes, Zonkos is so small. It's because the Zonkos in Florida didn't perform that well, right? Our Zonkos is tiny, by the way. I didn't bring that up.
So here's my pitch. Since Universal already has New York City facades, that they should create a New York City from
Fantastic
Beasts and give us a new experience of period New
York.
York.
We'll see how well this movie does. It will probably go over bananas and do well. There's possibility there, but I don't know. I need to see the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to see what magical things are in New York.
My other pitch is for a temporary thing that they should do during their Halloween horror nights.
Oh,
What?
go ahead.
Yeah, I know you're too scared to go on that. But I think this lends itself perfectly to a Triwizard Tournament maze.
Oh no,
A hedge
it
maze
does.
with like Dementors that jump out at you and all that kind of stuff.
Will it include people? Will it include a dead Cedric? Is what I'm asking.
I sure hope so.
No, it's terrible. That also reminds me, on the topic of dead Cedric, there's also a show on a main stage where you have pretty much, it's similar to the entrances from the other competing wizard schools in the Triwizard Tournament. So we have the Bobaton dancers with, and there's a gymnast girl who's just dressed in a blue like unitard doing flips and stuff. And then there's the Durmstrang group, which is very similar to their opening dance with the staffs, the chanting, very masculine show. And then there's a singing frog show.
Which I thought was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
A cappella singers holding toads who magically sing, and it's pretty cute. It's pretty cute. There's a lot of small details there that I really appreciated seeing, and maybe I'll find some more things in the future there to exclaim about. There's also, we didn't do it, but there's an experience where you can get your photo taken aboard the Hogwarts Express and in front of the Hogwarts Express with the conductor. So there's that. I don't really buy
the level of
souvenir
detail
photos.
is absolutely insane. I think you could wander around there for hours and hours and keep seeing new little details.
So this is going to be opening officially on April 7th. From what I hear from some method in which I'm hearing it, that the soft previews will most likely be running through until the week before the official open. So I would say in March is a safe time to go if you're in Southern California. Again, check out #PotterWatch. Those are people inside the park tweeting out reports of if it's open or not, so you can go and explore that for yourself. I highly recommend the soft opening. It's astounding. 5-minute waits for everything. It's so great. It's not crowded at all, and it's just such a great experience. And you don't have to pay extra besides the park admission. So, very strong recommend. Do it. Go. And let me know what you think about it if you've already been to Orlando.